Hello guys, welcome. We will talk about what I learned today in this video, and I just translated two paragraphs in this news, and I will talk about it. And Professor Setzer, we learned who was he was from University of Michigan, and he said the new satellites brighter than 99% object in the orbit. That's the really big rate for the orbit. And he said that initially at first, or one time maybe we can say that this number 1584 Starlink satellites was only constellation, and it means they launched. It's not that clear. Maybe it's the degree of their brightness. 6 not that bright, but 9 is so very bright, and so it's visible because of its brightness. If it was like this, astronomers could handle it because they will know which satellite is where, and it also can be a time, for example from 6 to 9 o'clock, so that's 3 hours astronomers don't look at the sky, but other times they are working freely. So what do you think about this sentence? If you don't agree with me, please write in the comment section. But there are press releases, and they said there will be 10 or 20 times more satellites in the sky, in the sky or on the orbit. It's just start. So this problem will be worse in the future, but SpaceX have to do that. When we look at the sky with naked eye, it's almost 550 kilometers above us. If we can't see them with naked eye, SpaceX will be successful with this. This is the first threshold for SpaceX, and the second threshold is the eliminate saturation effect. The detectors or large professional telescopes. The saturation effect is, for example, this. The saturation means doyurma, and there are a lot of lights, so because of these lights other things is not that clear. For example, the stars is not clear, so that affect telescopes in a bad way. So Starlink's SpaceX need to handle that. Now we will talk about TED Talks, and we finished from this sentence, and we start from that sentence, and we finished this topic today, and tomorrow I will start to translate the topic, but I'm not sure if you have any idea, or if you want me to translate any TED Talks, you can write on comment section. And our frontal lobe, it's probably our ön lobe, I think it is that. So sensitive. Sensitive for what? Drop in glucose. And if we can't get enough glucose, our mental functions are changing. That's the one of the primary signals of nutrient deficiency, and the lack of nutrient also, we can say that. And if we assume we are getting glucose regularly, and this carbohydrates, actually the specific type of carbohydrates, how affect our brains? This is the question. And carbohydrates coming in three forms. Starch means nişasta, sugar, you know that. Fiber means leaf. We get carbohydrate in three types. These are the types and forms, we can say that. And but the most nutrition levels on levels, we just see the total carbohydrates count or number, but there is no detailed how many, how much starch, how much sugar, how much fiber. So these are also important, and every each form affects the brain differently. So you should find out there are how many fiber, how many sugar, and how many starch. And this sentence: if you eat high glycemic food like white bread, that give you a lot of glucose into your blood suddenly, and then it comes deep. Deep means here çökelme, and your blood sugar will shut down, and you will feel tired or calm. So, and your attention span and mood will be shorter. But if you eat oats, means yulaf, grain means tahıl, legume means baklagil. If you eat these three things to get glucose, it gives you a slower glucose release and enable and let you have steadier level of attentiveness. That's the healthy one. This is not that healthy. So you should eat white bread or bread little, not much. And for sustained and steady brain power, opt means choose. You should choose a varied and different diets of nutrient rich foods is critical. Nutrient rich, so for example oats, grains, legumes, and vegetables, fruits. This kind of things are very important to have sustained brain power. When it comes to what you bite, chew, and swallow, that's directly or long-lasting affect your brain. Your brain is the most powerful organ in your body, so you should pay attention what you eat. Now we will talk about hobbits. Now today we translated a 36th page, and the video said, I suppose you will stay at supper. I said supper, and Thorin said of course, and after, we can't wait till late to make a business, talk a business, and we must make some music and relax. Actually they will clean the house, we will see, to while they are singing. And now the clear up, now we need to clean the house. And thereupon means bunun üzerine 12 dwarfs. Totally there are 13 dwarfs, but not Thorin. Thorin was important dwarf, and he need to stay and talking with Gandalf. There was talking about the business. And then the 12 dwarfs jumped to there, they stand up and made a tall piles of all the things. Here all the things are dishes and glasses, forks, spoons, knives. There are many things, and they gather them the same place. The pile here even. Off they went, and not waiting for trays, and without trays they start to carry them, and they balance the columns of place because they put place on our own, on the other place on. So there are many high plates piles. So they put a bottle on this column, and they balance in this way. And I think he support with other hand and these columns of plates. But at this time, Hobbit was running after them, almost skiing, because he was afraid Hobbit doesn't want them to crack any plate, something like that, and he was skiing. Skiing means cılız sesle bağırmak in English, and fright means afraid, fear. And he said, please be careful, means, and please don't travel, and it means please don't damage anything, and I can manage. You don't need to clean, I can do it. Please, you sit down, let me do that, because he was afraid they will create many things. But the dwarves only start things, and the dwarves wasn't listening to Bilbo, and they start to sing, and they start to clear up. And the thing was like this: chip the glasses and crack the plates. Chip means budamak or kenarından koparmak. That's a different word. And we can say crack or damage glasses or crack the plates. Blunt knives. If you blunt a knife, you can't cut anything. So you understand blunt means. Bent means like change its direction, we can say that. These are Bilbo Baggins's head. Smash, like hit the bottles, and burn. Cork means we need to use corks to close wine bottles. And cut the cloth, you know that. And thread means take that cloth and sweep on the fat. And pour means, for example, I have a bottle of water and I pour it on the table. Pour the milk. And pantry, we use that. You can store, it's kind of storage. And to leave the ones, bedroom mat, we know mats, and I showed you the picture. And splash the wine on every door. And splash means for make everywhere water. For example, I splash the water like this. Okay, I hope you understand that and help you. This video will help you and motivate you. See you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.